Lesson number 7, human settlement. As everyone know, what is mean by human settlement first of all? What is mean by human settlement? Okay, very good, Ria. A place where human have settled. Good. Any other houses? Okay, Om Karkera. In part, that is human settlement. Human settlement means a settlement is a colony or any small community of people that's smaller than a town like a village, where the people are living, in a community, in a village. Okay, a settlement is a colony or any small community of a people. Okay, that small community or a small, that village or a colony that where the people live. Okay, again I'm explaining this part. A settlement is a colony or a community where the people are living together. Like for example, a small village, a city. So as you all know, in a previous lecture also, in previous lecture, some of the students are absent when teacher taught you at that time. Some of the students, how many types of settlement are there? How many types of settlement are there? Okay, Khushi Shukla, very good, nucleated. And which are they? And which are they? Okay, nucleated. Any other linear? Okay, Swayam Sharike, very good. Okay, Ria, very good. Dispersed. Sorry. These are the three types of settlement, that is nucleated, then dispersed and linear. But in our India, we found only two types of settlements, that is nucleated and dispersed. In our India, we found only two types of settlements, that is nucleated and dispersed. But before going this nucleated and dispersed part, we should know what is the exactly meaning of nucleated settlement. If you have notebook nearby you, you can write down just meaning of the nucleated settlement. Nucleated settlement is the one where the houses are grouped closely together. Let's look at this picture. Here the houses are closely together. There are the groups of houses, they are closely together. It is called nucleated settlement. Yes, you can say more population. But the exact definition is where the houses are grouped closely together. Okay. Okay. And next one is dispersed settlement. Dispersed settlement where when the houses are spread. Just look at this. The houses are spread. This is the scattered. The houses are spread in a wide area. Okay. So dispersed settlements means what? When the houses are spread in a wide area. It is called dispersed settlement. And the third one is linear settlement. Linear settlement, just look over there. The buildings are constructed in a line. Just look over there, students. The buildings are constructed in a line. Whenever the buildings are constructed in a line, it is called linear settlement. It is called linear settlement. But now in our India, if we are talking our India have two types of settlement. Which are they? Nucleated and dispersed. So before going to the further part, we will see these two pictures. The two pictures in a very descriptive manner. Okay. Just look over there. Can anyone tell me which type of settlement is this? Which type of settlement is this? Okay, Omkar Kera, very good. This is the nucleated settlement. And which type of settlement is this? Yeah, Dispersed settlement. Yeah, very good. So, nucleated settlement and dispersed settlement. So, here in 7.1a, this is called a nucleated settlement because here the groups of houses are closely together. And here the houses are spread over in a wide region. This picture is not exactly clear that much. In the textbooks also, this picture is not exactly clear. But this picture in 7.1b, this picture shows that this is the dispersed settlement because here the groups of houses are spread over a wide region. So in India, we found two types of settlement, that is nucleated and dispersed. And why these two types of settlement we found? Because of the climatic factor, availability of water slope of the land, and 1 minute. Everyone, student, you should. Okay. So we see a variety of settlements like a climatic factor over there, then availability of water slope over there, and the next is level of development. Because of this three factor, we can see a variety of settlements in India. What is that three factor? Climatic factor, availability of water slope of the land, and level of development. Always remember this part. There are the three factors, and because of human settlement happen in India, and the three are climatic factor, then what availability of water slope of the land, and the level of development. And nucleated settlement found in the, where you can found the nucleated settlement, students? Where you found India nucleated settlement? Mainly cities. Exactly means yes, Narmada Valley. Okay. Any more? Bank of river. Which river? But okay, UP. Okay. Okay, paddy land in Bihar. Okay. So now you found, you found nucleated settlement in India, like in plateaus, like Vindhya plateau is there, UP, then Bihar. Afterward, there are several parts of India where the paddy cultivation are happening. As you all know, what is mean by paddy cultivation? Where rice crops are growing. When the when the rice crop are growing, this is called paddy cultivation. And paddy cultivations happening in Bihar, then UP, and here you found a nucleated settlement. Afterward, Vindhya plateau, yes, peninsula region is also there. Afterward, if you're talking about dispersed settlement, then tribal parts. Tribal parts, okay, let me know what is meant by tribal parts. Tribal parts means what, students? Okay, forest area. Okay, Adivasi people, you know, I think. Yes, the Adivasi people is the tribal people, okay? Where they live in forest area. Okay. So tribal parts, like in central part, you can say that Nandurbar side. Okay, Nandurbar. You heard now before this name? Yes. And afterward, like Indian Eastern and Southern Rajasthan. Then Himalayas area. In a mountainous region, like in Himalaya also, you found dispersed settlement over there. The houses are totally spread in over a wide region. In this part of India, we found nucleated settlements and the dispersed settlement. Okay. So now settlement pattern in Brazil. Now before look at the settlement in India, now we find out the settlement in Brazil. So as everyone know that Brazil were formed by the settle from Europe. Europe side, mainly in coastal area, it is formed by the Europe and mainly in the coastal area. And now slowly and gradually, the Brazil is converted into densely populated area. Now, what is meant by densely populated? Now, what is meant by densely populated? Okay, nucleated. No, I'm not talking about here settlement. Densely populated. Yes, highly populated. Very good, Swayam. Yes, Neha, crowded peoples. So now, after uh, so many time or so many years, Brazil is getting densely populated region. And the major reason of this, why the Brazil is converted into densely populated? Because of coastal climate is hot and humid. The land is flat. There is a rugged topography. The region is good over there in a coastal side, in a coastal area of Brazil. The region is always good. And not only that, the natural resources is so much in a large range or in a wide range. Brazil people get the natural resources. For example, Sao Paulo. You heard this name Sao Paulo before also in a third lesson, I think so. Yes. So in a coastal area of Brazil, nowadays the coastal area of Brazil is converted in a densely populated because of the some reason. The first reason is coastal climate is hot and humid. Land is flat, and the third is it is a good, sorry, the region is already good, and the water supply is in large way. And the main thing is the large range of natural resources. So as you all know, Sao Paulo, it is come under a extensive rich soil. And because of rich soil, there are the coffee plantation are happening in a Sao Paulo region. And because of this, there are also large supply of natural resources are happening, natural minerals or natural resources is happening. Where? In a Sao Paulo, yes, iron, then copper. Okay, this type of minerals are supplying from Sao Paulo. After that, the southern area of Brazil, we are talking of southern area of Brazil. So in the southern area of Brazil, there is a good transportation system. And because of this, Sao Paulo area, because of this, all the region, the Sao Paulo area is getting a nucleated settlement. Is now this area is called as a nucleated settlement. Why? Because of all this region. Because of all this reason, large supply of natural minerals like iron, copper, then afterward the large supply of coffee, good transportation over there. Okay. I'll show you something. Now settlement. We are talking about settlement becomes part as we move in toward the central part of the Brazil. So before going to this part, let me know what is meant by sparse. What is meant by sparse? No one knows, I think, what is meant by sparse. Yes, spread over. Okay. Okay, very good. Far away from each other. So now settlements become sparse as we move in the toward the central part of the Brazil. What is the reason behind this? So the reason is area is covered by thick, dense equatorial rainforest. Sorry. Here the area is covered by thick, dense equatorial rainforest. First is this reason. And second is the climate is very unhealthy and unfit for the people who are living in the central part of the Brazil. And the third thing is limitation on use and exploitation of natural resources. there is the so much exploitation of natural resources. And the fourth and main thing is the poor transportation in the central part of the Brazil. There are the 4 points you should note down, and you should remind this why the settlements become sparse in the central part of the Brazil. The first is, and the main is poor transportation. The second is area is covered by thick, dense equatorial rainforest. And the climate is also unhealthy, and it is not good for the people who living in the central part of the Brazil. And limitation on uses of natural resources and exploitation of natural resources. Just look over this graph, students. Graph over there. It shows the percentage of urban population and the total population. And before going to the urbanization, I want to know what is mean by urbanization. What is meant by urbanization? Okay, okay, just wait. Okay. So urbanization. The urbanization means what? Okay, some student given me answer. Where they migrate from rural to urban. Yes. And why the people is migrate from rural to urban, from village to city? What is the reason behind this? Yes, education, employment, the standard of living, modernization. There are the certain year lines, and we all know that Janganna is counting. Okay, it's not coming to you. Okay, in 1961, just look over there. In 1961, what is the percentage of urbanization? What is the percentage of urbanization in 1961? Yes, very good student, 18%. Okay, and in which decade? In which decade the percentage is higher? The urbanization percentage is higher in which decade? Yes, in 2011. In 2011, the percentage is approximately, I think, 30% is over there. Yeah, 30. Okay, it is between, yeah, 31.2 or 31.3 is there. Okay, so the next is, in which decade the urbanization population is lowest? In which decade the urbanization population is lowest? Yeah, in 1961. So as this, from this graph, we can know that nowadays people are getting migrate in a so much range, in a wide range. And now everyone want to go in a city area. Now everyone want to go in a city area. Why? Because of this so much reason. Like I've told earlier also, employment opportunity, facility, standard of living. We always like to live a good standard of living. We always want to live like a city area because we we think that the city area standard of living is better. Yeah, in urbanization expanded in a wide range. If we take an example of Mumbai, now just look at Mumbai. Mumbai is highly populated area. Here all the people from village migrated and come here. All the people from village come into the city for employment purpose. And not only that, student, if we see example like nowadays Pune is also developed. Nowadays Pune is also called as a city. Before that, Pune is just a village type. But nowadays there are so many IT sectors are happen. IT sector are built over there in Pune. And because of this, so many people are migrated from rural to city area of Pune. So, the growth role of urban population and urbanization in the country is so much important for our country, because when the people are getting migrate from one area to another area, they get employment. And when the people get employment, the government get the tax. And when government get tax, government able to develop their country properly. So directly or indirectly, it is good for government and for country that urbanization happen in a wide range. But because of urbanization, some disadvantages is also happen. For example, disadvantages like pollution is over there. Trees are cut down. After that, houses. Houses are built very closely. And when the houses are built very closely, when the rain started coming, at already floods are occurring. Floods are being started. Water are getting collected. Jams are there because of urbanization. Traffic jams are there. Crimes are also happening nowadays in city areas, because when the people are not getting employment, they start doing crimes. Okay. So these are things, advantages also are there and disadvantages is also there in the urbanization sector. So urbanization has more in southern part than in the northern part in India. Southern part like Kerala. In Kerala side, you see that migrations are, urbanizations are happening in Bangalore side. In Karnataka side, you found that the urbanization is happening. Many people coming in the and settled in the Bangalore city. Why? Because there are so many IT sectors over there. The good facilities over there in the Bangalore cities, in the Bangalore. So as we compared in the southern part, so many urbanization is happening as compared to northern part. Northern part like Rajasthan over there. In Rajasthan, the less urbanization is happening. Why? Because the facilities is not that much as compared to another southern part or western part. In northern part, the facility is not that much. So urbanization is also less in northern part. If we're talking about Goa, Goa is the most urbanized state. There is a 62% of urbanization is happening. And then Delhi is also more urbanized because 80% of the urbanization is happening. Then Tamil Nadu is there, Maharashtra is there, Kerala, Gujarat, and Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Rajasthan is a low urbanization state because the facility is totally low. And because of this, people are migrated from village to city. Cities like Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Delhi, Goa, to get a good facility and to get a good employment. After that, settlement pattern in Brazil. Just look over there, students, settlement pattern in Brazil. Okay. As I told you, the Amazon River, which is in Brazil. Okay, this is the most important river in the Brazil because because of this Amazon River, as you all know, Brazil is an equatorial part. So because of this Amazon River, Brazil gets so much supply of water, fresh water. After that, it is helpful for the transportation area also. Amazon River, okay? And Brazil, now we are talking about Brazil. So Brazil is one of the few developing countries in a urbanization sector. We are talking about urbanization sector. So Brazil is one of the few developing countries. Here the progress is unique. And it is one of the underlying factors. Factors like in a present day, if you're talking about this present day, economic growth is so much in a Brazilian country. And about 86% of the Brazil population live in an urban area. In our country, approximately, I think nowadays 60%, not 60%, less than 60% of the people living in an urban area. But in a Brazil country, 82%, sorry, not 82 exactly, 85 or 86% of the people living in a Brazil cities. And because of this, economic growth are rapidly developed in a Brazilian sector or Brazilian state. So here urbanization, this urbanization word is not clear. Why the urbanization word is not clear? The reason is because all the people, approximately 86 or 85% of the people living in the urban area. So here, if all the people are living in urban area, so no need to know what is urbanization. Afterward, if you're talking about south and southeastern part, like Sao Paulo. So Sao Paulo is the south and southeastern part. It is called as a metropolitan area, an industrial area. As all know, what is mean by metropolitan area? What is mean by metropolitan area, student? Metropolitan area means what? All are sleeping, I think. Just wait. What is mean by metropolitan area? Advanced city. Okay, Vrishti, very good. Okay. Okay, just look over there. Metropolitan area. Here, the metropolitan area is the advanced city. Yes, we can say that. Or city with advanced technology. Okay, Khushi, very good. Now, urbanization in Brazil. We are talking about urbanization because in the south and southeastern part of the Brazil, like Sao Paulo and all, so there is a good transportation over there. And the main thing, there is a metropolitan and industrial area in that south and southeastern part. And not only that, just look over there, they are concentrating on go west idea. Go west policies. What is mean by go west policy? Go west policy is related to the population. To reducing the population, they are undertaken the go west policy. Here, just look over there, the Brazil population map. Okay. So now let me know 91 to 100. Okay. 91 to 100, the percentage is given here. So can anyone tell me the 91 to 100% urbanization of urban population in which state of Brazil? Just write in chat box. Yes, very good, students. Now, which is the lowest percentage of urbanization of Brazil? In which state? The lowest urbanization of Brazil. Okay, Para. Okay, very good. Okay. Now, 71% to 80. 71 to 80% urbanization. Okay. Any more? Yes, Tokant. Yes, very good. After the urbanization in India. Okay. Just look over there. We will see this is not in your textbook, student. This is for your reference. Okay. Okay. So tell me more than 40% urbanization, where it is, in which state is happening. Just zoom the screen. More than 40%. Yes, Maharashtra. Any more? Karnataka. Okay. 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 Less than 40. Less than 40. Okay. Orissa, Bihar. Okay. Very good. Okay. 10 to 20%. 10 to 20%. And less than 10, student, less than 10%. Less than 10%. Yes, Rajasthan, Assam. Very good, Khushi, Om. Yes, Yashashvi, Sahil. Okay, very good. Okay. It means you understand